must practice the perfection of wisdom if he wishes, by his own power, to establish beings in each of the 10 directions in universes as many as the sands of the Ganges in morality, concentration, wisdom, deliverance, knowledge and the vision of deliverance, and attain the fruit of srotaapanna and the others up to supreme complete enlightenment. Sastra. Question. Above, the 5 pure elements and the fruits of the path were already discussed. Why speak of them again? Answer. Above, it was a matter of the attributes only of the sravaka, the fruit of srotaapanna and the others up to nirvana without conditioned residue. Here we are speaking of the 3 vehicles altogether. Sravaka, pratyekabuddha and Buddha while attaining supreme complete enlightenment. Tathagatateryapatha. 10th section imitating the bearing of the Buddha. Sutra. Furthermore, O Sariputra, the bodhsattva-mahasattva who wishes to imitate the bearing of the Buddha must practice the perfection of wisdom. Sastra. Question. What is the bearing of the Buddha? Answer. The bearing is the 4 physical movements or postures: walking, standing, sitting and lying down. 1. Walking. Like the king of the elephants, the Buddha turns his body in order to look. When he walks, his feet are 4 inches above the ground and, although he does not set foot on the ground, the traces of the wheel on his soles are visible on the earth. He walks neither too slowly nor too quickly. He does not bend his body. He always raises his right hand to reassure beings. 2. Sitting posture. He sits cross-legged with his body upright. 3. Lying down posture. He always lies down on his right side and places his knees one on top of the other. The mat of grass that he spreads out is well arranged and not disordered. 4. Manner of eating. When he eats, he is not attached to the taste. For him, good and bad food are the same. 5. Manner of speaking. To accept an invitation from people, he keeps silent and does not refuse. His speech is gentle, skillful, beneficial and timely. As for the postures of the Dharmakaya Buddhas, they are. In one single stride they traverse, in the East, universes as many as the sands of the Ganges, and the sermons of their Brahmic voice has the same range. For the characteristics of the Dharmakaya Buddhas, see what has been said above. Nagara Javalakita. 11th section looking in the manner of the elephant, etc. Sutra. Furthermore, O Sariputra, the bodhsattva-mahasattva must practice the perfection of wisdom if he wishes this. May I look with the gaze of the king of the elephants. The bodhsattva-mahasattva must practice the perfection of wisdom if he wishes this. May I walk 4 inches above the ground without my feet touching the earth, and surrounded and honored by many thousands of myriads of Koti of Devas from the Kator Maharajika to the Ekanisthas, may I go to the foot of the Bodhi tree. Sastra. 1. Gaze like that of the elephant. When one swivels one's body and, in order to look, turns one's whole body, this is the gaze like that of the elephant. This is a mark of the great man. The body and the mind are especially united. This is why, when one has something to look at, body and mind turn together. Thus, when a lion has seized its prey, it is not because the latter is small that the lion is going to cool its ardor. It is the same for the Buddha. When he has something to look at or something to say, his body and his mind function together and never are separate. Why? Because for incalculable periods, he has cultivated the faculty of attentiveness, and as a result of this action, the bone of his skull is but one with the body. There is no separation between them. Moreover, from lifetime to lifetime, the Buddha has eliminated pride. This is why he does not scorn beings, and when he looks at them, he turns completely towards them. Nithavadana. As it is said in the Nito Apato Na. Nithavadana. Nitha was a street refuse sweeper in the land of Sravasti, and yet the Buddha patted his head with his hand and invited him to go forth from the world. He was the only one who did not scorn him. 2. Levitation. The Buddha's feet glide 4 inches above the ground. If the Buddha were always flying, beings would suspect him of not being of the human race and would not take refuge in him. On the other hand, if the Buddha's feet touched the ground, beings would find that he was no different from an ordinary being and would have no respect for him. This is why, while gliding 4 inches above the ground, the Buddha does not trample the ground, but yet the traces of the wheel appear on the ground. Question. But the Buddha always emits a radiance 1 arm span in width, and his feet do not tread on the ground. Why then would beings not honor him? Answer. For innumerable kalpas, beings have accumulated serious faults, and so they have doubts about the Buddha. They say, the Buddha is a master magician who deceives people with his tricks, or also, if his feet do not tread on the ground, it is because that is his nature. What is so wonderful about a bird flying? There are beings who, as a result of the gravity of their faults, do not see the physical marks of the Buddha and simply say, the Buddha is a very powerful sramana. Those who speak in this way are like very sick people who, on the point of dying, consider the remedies and good food as stinking and consequently do not pay any attention to them. 3. The procession to Bodhi. The Buddha goes to the foot of the Bodhi tree surrounded and honored by many thousands of myriads of koti of devas from the Kator Maharajakaikas to the Akanasthas. This is a constant rule among the Buddhas. The Buddha Bhagavat goes to the foot of the Bodhi tree in order to destroy 2 kinds of Maras, the fetter, Mara, and the Lord God Mara, and also to realize omniscience. Why would the crowd of devas not honor him, not accompany him? Besides, from existence to existence the devas have always helped and protected the bodhisattva. Already when he was leaving home, the devas made the palace people and the palace women sleep stupidly, and they held their hands over the hoofs of the horse Kantaka when he leapt over the ramparts. Now the devas make sure that they accompany the bodhisattva to the foot of the Bodhi tree. Question. Why does the Prajnaparamita Sutra not say that innumerable people, Kshatriyas, Brahmanas, etc., accompany the Buddhas but speak only of the devas? Answer. The Buddha was alone in the deep forest when he began to look for the Bodhi tree. But the forest is not a place frequented by people. This is why the sutra does not speak of people. Moreover, men do not have the divine eye or the knowledge of another's mind and consequently did not know that the Buddha was about to attain Sambodhi. This is why the sutra does not speak of men. Moreover, the devas are higher than men. This is why the sutra speaks only of devas. Moreover, the Buddhas always love solitary places, and as the devas hide themselves and do not show themselves, they do not disturb his solitude. This is why the sutra speaks only of the presence of the devas. Finally, seeing that the 5 bhikshus had gone away and abandoned him, the bodhisattva went alone to the foot of the tree. This is why he made the wish to be accompanied by the devas. Divyavastramstara. 12th section Attaining Sambodhi on a bed of celestial robes. Sutra. The bodhsattva-mahasattva must practice the perfection of wisdom if he envisages the following: at the time when I sit down at the foot of the Bodhi tree, may the gods from the